Hi and welcome back to my channel. So you all know that anytime I get to talk about travel, I am super excited. So today is no different. So before I jump right on in, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. For those of you that are subscribed, if you're new to my channel and you aren't subscribed already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, because each week I will be coming to do my videos talking about all things travel, and I don't want you to miss anything. So today I'm going to be talking about Cuba news that you can use. Don't y'all like that? I thought it was real catchy. So let's jump right on in. So singlescruise.com. It's the United States' largest organizer of hosted single cruises, and I didn't know this, but they've announced the details for their first cruise to Cuba. So if you are single and you've been thinking about going to Cuba, you might want to get in on this. So the cruise departs from Miami on June the 25th of 2017 aboard the Fathoms Adana, and it's a 7-night itinerary, and it includes 3.5 days of shore excursions to Havana, some other place that I cannot pronounce, but it will be in the description box, and Santiago de Cuba. And so let me see. So the itinerary: in Havana, you're going to visit historic castles, fortresses, cathedrals, mansions, art galleries, and tropical cabarets, among other things. There will also have the chance to experience the Spanish influence architecture of old Havana. And I don't know about you all, but that sounds really, really interesting. Now, the other place I told you I couldn't pronounce, it looks like Cienfuegos, and that I'm pretty sure I'm way off on that one, but again, I'll link that information in the description box. And it's the southern coastal city of that town again, also known as the Pearl of the South. That's what we're going to call it. And it's recognized as the center of Cuba's sugar, tobacco, and coffee trades. At the entrance to the bay is the stone fortress, and which was built in 1745. So this sounds very interesting as well. Then you have Santiago de Cuba. It's the second largest city in Cuba. Santiago de Cuba is located on the southeastern portion of the island. The city is known for its Caribbean culture. The plays hosts to the festivals of Carnival and the Fiesta del Fuego, and is also the home to many of the country's most famous musicians and artists. Singlescruise.com is offering guests additional exclusive activities, which range from exclusive cocktail parties, group dining, theme nights, dance lessons, speed meeting, karaoke parties, shore excursions, and roommate matching service. So if I were interested in going on a singles cruise, I would definitely look into this. And I think what I'll do is next week I'm going to talk a little bit more about this cruise, see if I can find some more information in terms of pricing and payment plans, all that good stuff. So I will be sure to do a part 2 to this on next week. Now, here's some more Cuba news that you can use. So there are three more carriers have announced flight schedules to Cuba. Now this is really, really interesting. So Australian Airlines launches service to Havana. Australian Airlines officially kicked off its new service to Havana, Cuba this week on the Boeing 767. The new flights to Cuba will take off from Australia once per week on Tuesdays. So Australian Airlines is Australia's largest carrier and operates a global route network of roughly 130 destinations. And if you want some more information on that, I will link their website in the description box. JetBlue Airways recently announced the anticipated addition of service to Havana, Cuba's Jose Marti International Airport. HAV is the acronym, starting in late November. Havana, the airline's 4th Cuban destination and 100th destination network-wide, will be served by daily round-trip flights from 3 Blue Jet-focused cities on the airline's newest Airbus, which is an A321 aircraft. The Cuba service begins in New York at JFK International Airport on November the 28th at Orlando International Airport on November the 29th, and Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport on November the 30th. Also, a second daily flight will launch out of Fort Lauderdale on December the 1st. And let's see. Introductory fares from Florida start at $54 one way, and that's not bad at all. And introductory fares from New York start at $99 one way, including Cuban government required health insurance coverage. Now that's a new one to me. I didn't realize you had to have that. Well, I guess it would be required. So, and for more information, you can go to jetblue.com. And Australian Airlines, I found their website. It is www.australian.com. That's AUSTRAIN, Austrian.com. You can go there for more information. Now, the third airline, which is one of my favorites now, Southwest Airlines, they have launched Cuba service from Fort Lauderdale and Tampa Bay, Florida. Southwest Airlines has announced its flight schedule of new non-stop service, y'all, non-stop, between Florida and Cuba, bringing Southwest to its 9th country and 100th destination. Service between Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport and Vadero, Cuba, is scheduled to begin Sunday, November the 13th, and Havana service is scheduled to commence Monday, December the 12th, from both Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport and Tampa Bay International Airport, subject to requisite approvals of the Cuban government, of course. But, you know, this is all planned and tentative. So, service details for Santa Clara, Cuba are intended to be released in the coming weeks. Now, in celebration of the new service, Southwest is offering a special fare of $59 one way on nonstop flights to and from Cuba. 14-day advance purchase is required. So if this is something you're interested in, you must purchase your tickets 14 days in advance. And this is from now through November the 20th at 11:59 p.m. in the time zone of the originating city, for travel from November 13th through April the 24th of 2017. So, I don't know about you all, but I'm really going to have to think about this, because I did say that I'm interested in traveling to Cuba. In fact, I was sharing with someone recently, I'm not quite sure who I was talking to, but anyway, we were talking about travel to Cuba, and whoever I was talking to said, well, why don't you put together a trip so that you all, you know, can get together with a group and go. So please, please, please be looking for that. I definitely want to put together a group to go to Cuba in 2017. And I know it won't be in the first quarter of the year, because I have a lot of stuff going on then. So it may be around the second or third quarter, could even be the end of the year, but I'll keep you posted. But I definitely do want to put together a trip to go to Cuba, because I'm so excited. I cannot wait to go. So that is all the Cuban news that you can use for this week. And like I said, next week I will be sure to get a little bit more information for the information that I shared earlier about Cuba, which was the singles cruise. Yeah, the singles cruise. I want to make sure I get some more information about that in terms of pricing, payment plans, all that other great stuff. And if you're interested in booking that, we can, get the ball rolling on that for you. So it has been my pleasure to share the Cuban news that you can use, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a wonderful week, and until we meet again, take care.